My parents canceled my wedding to pay for my sister's third divorce, so I eloped and didn't tell them. The call came while I was picking up my dress for final alterations. Mom's voice had that familiar edge, the one that meant Tessa had screwed up again, and somehow it was my problem. Sweetheart, we need to discuss the wedding budget. I stood in the bridal shop holding my dream dress, watching the seamstress pin the hem. 3 weeks until my wedding, 200 guests confirmed, venue paid for, flowers ordered. What about it? I asked, though I already knew. Tessa's lawyer needs another $60,000. Her ex-husband is fighting for the vacation house, and if she loses it, she'll have nowhere to live with the kids. Tessa, 28 years old. Third marriage imploding spectacularly. Each divorce more expensive than the last. Each time, Mom and Dad acted like funding her disasters was their sacred duty. So you're postponing my wedding? Just temporarily. Maybe next spring. You understand? Tessa's in crisis mode. I understood perfectly. Tessa's chaos always took priority. When I graduated summa cum laude, they missed my ceremony for her second wedding. When I got promoted to senior analyst, they couldn't celebrate because Tessa was having husband number 2 arrested for domestic violence that turned out to be fabricated. The deposits are non-refundable, Mom. We'll lose everything. We'll figure something out later. Family comes first. After hanging up, I stared at myself in the three-way mirror. My fiancé Camden appeared behind me, reading my expression. They canceled it, didn't they? I nodded, fighting tears. What if we didn't need their permission? He said quietly. The next morning, we drove to the courthouse. Camden wore his navy suit. I wore a simple ivory dress from my closet, the one I'd bought for our engagement party. The ceremony lasted 12 minutes and cost $42. We spent our honeymoon weekend at his parents' lake house. His family threw us an impromptu reception with grocery store cake and string lights. It was more beautiful than anything my parents would have planned. For 3 months, we said nothing. Mom called weekly with Tessa updates. The custody battle, her new boyfriend Vincent, her plans to move back into their basement. I listened and made supportive sounds. Then the call I'd been dreading came. Wonderful news, Mom chirped. Tessa's divorce is finalized. She got the house in primary custody. We can start planning your wedding again. I'm thinking June would be perfect. That's great news about Tessa, I said calmly. Also, Camden and I got married 14 weeks ago. Dead silence. You what? Courthouse ceremony. Very lovely. His parents were witnesses. You got married without your family. Her voice turned shrill. You canceled my wedding to pay Tessa's legal bills. I found an alternative solution. How could you do this to us? We're your parents, and I'm your daughter. But apparently funding Tessa's disasters matters more than my happiness. That's when I heard Dad grab the phone in the background. What he said next made me realize I'd severely underestimated how far they'd go to maintain control. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.